Where did some men get this idea that you need money to get women? This is one of those statements I've never really understood because who told you guys that? Who told you you need money to get women? You can get women without money. In fact, I would argue the less money you need to get women, the better for you. If you needed money to get women, how come broke guys get women? How come college students get girlfriends? How come high school kids have girlfriends? How come men who are unemployed get women? And by the way, unemployment happens to everyone, right? It's not a shame, right? How come they get women? How come people lose their jobs and still have wives and girlfriends? How come we have things like homosexual, which is men who have nothing going for them, still get women? How come homeless men still get women? I think this statement of, oh, you need to get money to get women comes from men who know nothing else than to lead with money. And I think this is such a dangerous perception to push, even more dangerous for you to believe it. You do not need money to get women. Having money, you should have money anyway as a man, or you should strive to have money anyway. I'm not saying you have to be a multimillionaire so that you can take care of your life. Life is smoother, life is easier in general when you have money, so that you can pay for things, you can live a more convenient life, right? And when you do this, you are in a better position to be attractive enough to get women. Like, I have been broke, I make money, I lose money, I've been unemployed, I've been chubby, I've been fit, and in all of those phases, I've always had a girl. I've always had a lady. That's it. I don't know, man. I think guys got to be careful here. You got to be very careful with this thinking, because if you buy into this perception that, oh, you need money to get women, you are setting yourself up for failure, because you're going to start looking at it as, oh, if I don't have money, I cannot get a girl. If I have money, I can get a girl. And what happens when you don't have money? You're going to look down on yourself. Huh? Again, it goes back to that statement of men putting women on this pedestal to the point that you forget that they are also human beings. Should a man be in a position to provide? Yes, but being a provider and taking care of your responsibilities doesn't always mean you have to be mega, mega rich. Bro, be honest. Like, tell her, listen, man, I'm currently out of this. I'm currently don't have this. This is what we could do. And if she's not down with it, she's not down with it. Stop these toxic ideas that you need to have money to get a woman. That's dangerous for many reasons. So if you're dating a woman and you have money, what happens when you don't have money? She should leave you? Is that the kind of perception you want to have? This sounds like a very incel way of thinking. Oh, if you don't have money, you cannot date. You cannot get a woman. And I think a lot of guys that push this thinking, or rather push this narrative, you're pushing it to justify why you suck in your dating life. But also, if you think that just because you have money, you can get a woman, or keep a woman rather, why are rich men getting cheated on? You do realize that there are women that would reject you even if you have money. You think rich men don't get rejected? You think wealthy men don't get rejected as well? So if you think that automatically discounts your point, right? That automatically discounts your point. You need to become a holistic man. That's why I preach holistic attractiveness for men. You have to be well-rounded, right? In fact, I would argue getting a woman, getting a girl depends more on your social skills and your fitness. Finance is important, but I think getting a woman, even keeping a woman, if you have everything around 50%, you can get a girl. Even below 50%, you can get a girl, you can get a woman, bro. Women are not complicated. Women are not hard to get. I'm just being honest with you. They're not hard to get. They're absolutely not hard to get.